Hey, hello there everyone, welcome back to some Brotato. I just went and beat the unstable off camera. If you want to see it, leave a comment. I can definitely do another one. Throwing scythe, or throwable scythe, very good weapon to have for it. I think I tried out the normal scythe, but just having it bounce around everywhere, it's a very fun and easy build. So if you want to see that, let me know. But we're gonna do the assassin today, the character we unlocked. We got the hockey mask for beating the unstable unlocks the hockey mask. Plus 15 damage with assassin weapons. Oh, I guess I should see what he has for weapons. Okay, here are the weapons. 15 damage with assassin weapons. HP regen is doubled when you have less than 50% HP, plus 25 dodge? Oh, I read that as 15 the first time. Minus 15 armor. No elemental, no harvest, no engineering. It actually can get harvesting, and plus 5% damage against bosses for every 3% dodge you have. So, I'm not gonna lie, that just makes me want to. Well, no, you're not crit. Maybe I'll do the shark crossbow. Because I really do need it to be an assassin weapon, so I get the huge buff. So let's go. What is Jason Voorhees machete? I was like, what is his weapon? Like, I know it's a knife. It's not a ring, but there's no machete. So we'll go, well, there's a, no, that's a cleaver. Anyway, crossbow. And then with it, sharp. Oh, here's the mask. So this is why, you know, it's a little. Not gonna actually say it's worse, but you know where we're at. Minus 7% enemy speed, very good. Dodge, plus 16%. Minus 2 armor. 30 range down. And minus 3 from consumables, you can see right there. So it's gonna be interesting. We're definitely gonna need to focus on getting attack speed. If I can just get tons of attack speed. I'm very concerned at the very beginning of this that we're just going to get super overwhelmed. And it's a benefit for dodge, right? Only against bosses. Is it just bosses or is it bosses and elites? I know it just says bosses, but these don't crit great. Let's just take raw. Let's go with the just tough. I'm gonna go with the raw damage because this will give me another 15 dodge, which will basically put me over. And I can't buy anything. This scales off of our range. Unfortunate that our range is down. And sharp. Range and sharp. But yeah, I do really like these crossbows. It was like there was the... Oh, what mod had it? It may have been like Extatonian or something. I think there was just the bow and arrow. And it was crossbow on steroids. Like, it was really, really good, if I remember correctly. Okay, so... Yeah, regen is doubled when you have low HP. I think we'll take our first regen then. At 20, we should be able to. Excellent. Find another one. And I do want to get my attack speed up very high. Absolutely want very high attack speed. The higher the better. Because obviously ranged weapon. Pumpkins. Show me pumpkins. Very, very much interested in seeing a lot of pumpkins. Because that'll help out a good deal. I probably would not take bandana, because a third pierce, not that good. Take the HP regen. And I think I'm going to go with the harvesting, just so I have some. Do we want to dig out of that hole? Nah. There's a part of me that wants to, just because obviously improving stats period is a very good thing, but I don't want to invest too heavily into it. That's not something I'm super interested in. Are we at negative 20 yet? Yup. Negative 23. So, I do want to get... Hold on. That's already 60? I think 100 is like 85. I will probably cheese some people off. I'll probably still take some armor. Just because having that armor is gonna help us out. Is this... No, it's not speed. It is range, though, so I can fix the range problem. I'm gonna go with speed, though. Speed is more attractive as a earlier stat. Because you know, you can dodge better. You can tell people that you gotta go fast. And honestly, like, getting out of bad situations will be really, really, really important for me in this run. So hopefully we can make those things possible. I would love to see wings. I know it's super early, so I'm not, like, actually expecting wings at all. But wings... Oh, let's go! I popped both trees. That's huge. No. Let's do scale off sharpness. I think I'm gonna go with the regen, because I want a good amount of regen early. Hey, alien pet. I do want a good amount of regen early. That way, you know, I can play with it. I can take the regen items down. I'm 90% sure I'm two-shottable right now, which is very scary. He says, continuing to charge at opponents. Because yeah, I don't like being close to death. For some odd reason, you know, I like it when the runs go longer. I do think this is probably going to be one of, if not the best weapon I could have to start with this character. Out of the starting ones, the other ones didn't seem anywhere near as good, potentially, unless they did have the throwable, in which case that probably better, but oh well. Right, it's just 15 damage, not 15 extra sharpness. I'll take the 12% damage. I think that'll be pretty darn good. Even slower enemies is very attractive. Because, like, that's, how much is that? 13? 12. 12% speed down's pretty good. It makes taking the... What alien is it? It's plus 15 HP, plus 8 movement, I believe. It makes taking that much, much easier. So. And, getting a large amount of HP, I think, will be a very important factor in this run. Ooh, good lord. Because of situations exactly like that. I am squish. Which is, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny, because in the, I believe at least, I'm not a super horror buff, but I think in horror movies, really, 2 of them back to back, that's kind of poopy. In horror movies and stuff, isn't it, Jason just gets, like, the absolute snot kicked out of him, like, at all times. Sure. It's not going to hinder my stats, so that's probably okay. Probably okay. But yeah, like, I could, this I'm really uncertain on, but isn't there one of them where they shoot Jason with an RPG? Or was that Freddy? Because I know, like, Freddy versus Jason is absolutely wild. Because if I remember correctly, they're literally in space, They're like on a space station or something. And it's just such a weird, like, we're gonna have a horror movie of people, you know, with like, as grounded as they're gonna be for horror. Because obviously they want the villain to come back. So it's not like, oh yeah, real, I should not go in. I think the one with the helmet and the horns could one-shot me. HP. It's not HP. I will take the speed. No. Big if. Not yet. The HP, because I might be able to be one shot. I don't know. Actually, speaking of horror things, I've done some videos, like giving my take on a couple horror films. I had a channel with someone else a long time ago, and they stabbed me in the back. But super in the beginning. So if you're gonna stab me in the back, at least do it in the beginning, so I haven't invested too much. But I have a couple videos on this channel where I believe we reviewed the found footage films. I think we only did the 2, but it was Rec 1 and 2. If you want to hear like more thoughts on those or something, I don't know, let me know. Like if you want the link, let me know and I will send it. It should be Rec Review, REC, not RE like RECK. It's recording. That's what the movie is. Now, let's go with the. I gotta go with the HP again. Attack speed's huge. Now taking this is a good thing. Hey, this doesn't scale great. No, I don't want the. That's a big attack speed down. And these have none. Yeah, no knockback. So let's give them some knockback. Geez, another one? Okay. Coming fast and furious. I love it. But yeah, so I'm gonna be real. I love horror video games are better than horror movies. Change my mind. The reason I say that is and share your comments. What do you think is the best medium to present horror? I guess you know, any medium. What is the best way to present horror? I think video games are one of the best ways of portraying horror, because without the physical danger of like doing it in person, because obviously if you kidnap someone and put them through horrific situations, then they'll really get the gist of horror. But that's a high criminal offense right there. Jeez, you really want me to have that, don't you? Because so there's a couple reasons I feel this way. And one of them is, nah, I'm not gonna take any more armor, I think. One of the reasons that I feel that video games make such an excellent medium to portray horror is you're the one who has to deal with it. So, because I believe this was one of the design philosophies for the early Resident Evil games. It was that while making the controls for the game, because they probably could have made them better than tank controls, but having it be just a little unfamiliar. That's why I feel a lot of the games like Resident Evil kind of works better when you have to, even if you can move, like the modern Resident Evils, you can move and shoot, but you have to enter shoot mode. Can make those better is there's like that split second of, oh no, what are the controls? So you panic. And I think that level of panic is really important in horror games, because it's horrifying, like, oh no, you know, I'm backed into a corner, like, I'm in danger. And I think that adds a lot to the horror elements of it. As opposed to something like movies, which I'm way more... I like short films for horror much more. Because I don't care about their, like, generic everyday lives. Like, I don't remember who I was watching it with. I was watching it with a group, and I can't remember what the movie was. But, was it the Pee Pee Poo Poo? I think it may have been the Babadook. The Bababook? The Badonkadonks? Yeah, it was the Badonkadonks. So I watched that movie, and it had an interesting concept to it. And if you really like the movie, like, I'm not trying to just crap on it. It's just trying to explain my feelings on it. I thought the movie was fine. It didn't really engage me, but I did finish the movie, so I could have easily just been like, sucks, and leave. But my God, it's like an hour and... Let's say it's 90 minutes. I don't remember. You do not see or, like, really hear about the monster, the villain, or whatever. I said it was 90 minutes until, like, 80 minutes in. And then it's, like, one confrontation with it, and they're done. And I'm like, that's so boring. Now, I do agree with a very important element of horror. And this is why I like it in video games more. But a very important element in horror is... it's kind of like the opposite of show, don't tell. You don't want to portray them too much. The villain, like, you want mystery in it, because that adds a large, like, extra level of, like, you know, spook to it. Which is, you know, very important for getting people more engaged in it, and, you know, a lot of different factors. I guess I'm gonna lock everything. I actually do like this. I would like more attack speed. I know it's not the best, but it also gives me more range. More range, more damage. More range, more damage. More speed, like it. Lifesteal, good, because I'm losing some lifesteal and damage for range. I'm gaining range in these and gaining damage there. So, but the... Like, I don't want the monster shown every 2 seconds, or even, portrayed like, I don't want a super over-reliance on there is monster. It can work, it depends on how it's doing. But I also don't want it to be like, some of the found footage stuff where, like, it's just boring. I can't think of an example right off the top of my head of one that is particularly bad. I don't watch a lot of horror movies. I'd much rather play a horror video game. But the fact of, like, atmosphere is such an important factor. And I do want to know what the threat is. So, like, please show it to me to some degree. I think I actually will take that. I'm a little concerned. I know it doesn't crit great, but I guess I'll take it. I probably could have gone through that way better. Because I do want to see what the monster is. I don't want it, or something about the monster, because like if they have it where you know it's a constant threat, and I think it was like the mist or something. They're like in the state what's the word I'm looking for? Grocery store or department store, whatever word you want to use. Gas? No, it's bigger than a gas station, I believe. And like you get glimpses of it here and there, but it like takes people away. And you know, that adds another level of like interest to it to me. Sure, that's HP. Sure, armor doesn't mean anything to me anyway. Because, you know, like, I know it is a big threat. Even to a lesser degree in, like, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Shout out to Rebecca for bringing up Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the video that I use the chainsaws. Like, the fact that they have to, like, you know, avoid Leatherface, I think is what he's referred to, or is it like Bob? I don't remember. I think it's coined Leatherface, whoever the villain is. Like, that's not supernatural, really. Probably the damage that he can take, more in the later ones. I believe the first one is like very grounded, quote unquote grounded in reality. But the fact that like that is like a more realistic threat. Like I know the concept is a little dumb, but like human centipede is like so unsettling and scary, is in my opinion, because hey, a pumpkin, awesome, really want that, is because of the fact that like out in the woods, if you got trapped by a crazy doctor, that could happen. That not likely to happen. Because the doctor's just an idiot. I'm sorry, like, nutrients is stripped. When you digest food, nutrients is stripped out. That's literally how you get nutrients in the body. So having most of the nutrients stripped from the food to then pass to another and another. Now, clinically insane people don't look at the logistics necessarily. It's the dream of a perfect being. I think that was part of the point of it. It was like, this is to create the perfect being or something. I don't remember the movie super well. I watched it once and I wasn't a huge fan just because it's unsettling and it's pretty gross. And it's a slow burn movie. Which is fine. I think it works for what it is. I think it absolutely works. I'm not trying to insult it. It's just not my cup of tea. Nah. You know what? Actually, it is dodge, which is increasing the damage I do to the boss, so I think that might even out a little bit. Absolutely need the HP. Okay, we have the elite. Yeah, we definitely don't do extra damage against elites. Elsewise, I'd be doing like 140-ish, which, not that good. Certainly not bad. Not that good. If I could get the busted item, like I just insta-win. If I could get the, I don't remember what it's called, but it's dodge equals sharpness. Insta-win. Hands down, insta-win. That's just busted. Especially since, like, every weapon that relies on sharp also gives you a lot of armor. So, sorry, gives you a lot of dodge and takes away armor. Is that sharp? No, sharp thing just gives sharp. No, it's assassin. It's the assassin one that is dodge, but I don't believe there's just a sharp weapon in the game. Ooh, that was a little scary right there. I still think I can take a lot of damage. I'm gonna take this just because. 19. I think there's a chance, and it's not that big of a difference on damage. I mean, it's a damage difference, but like right there is a decent damage differential. Shoot, I didn't actually pay attention to how much money that was going to cost. That was all of it, basically. But yeah, so I feel that video games make a much better medium to portray horror because it puts you right in the middle of it. But you got to be a little careful with video games. No medium will be perfect because, like, it's a Stephen King horror film, or yeah, horror film, where they get stuck, like, effectively they get like stuck in purgatory, and there are monsters that like eat through dimensions and stuff. And while they're trapped there, like, I believe it like deletes them from history if they're eaten or something. So like no one's, you know, it's like, what happened to your mother? I don't have a mother, or something like. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it'd be something akin to that. But it aged as poorly as humanly possible, basically, because the CG effects look ungodly bad. I'm talking, that would be so huge to get 100%. So it'd be, or maybe it's double. So, cause I don't know if it would be 4.5 or 6. I don't know which one it would take. Ugh, but can't afford it anyway, so you suck. I have that in as an innate ability, but because it might just be 100% extra and then another 100% extra, which would put me at 4.5, or it could be double. Double bubble your something. I don't remember the words. Double bubble something. It is gum. Yeah, but I really like horror games. I think they're really cool. I'm a big fan of them. That's why I was super excited to play Resident Evil. I know has a level of less horror to it because it gives you the tools to fight against. When the new Silent Hill game comes out, I'm very, very excited. I've never beaten Silent Hill 2. I had it on the PS3, and if you know about the PS3 version, it had a lot of bugs in it. It wasn't like unplayable by any stretch of the imagination, but it definitely had a lot of issues to it. So yeah, something you gotta be aware of. I believe it was Silent Hill 3, I believe, had way more of the please get off of me. Had way more of the issues with like bugs and stuff. I don't super well remember, but I never finished it. But I am a big fan of horror games. I don't think I turned down too much regen. Having more regen probably over lifesteal would have been better. It just really sucks. I was 7 seconds left. But oh well. I think it showed it off perfectly fine. Like, it at negative 25 armor, you're always 2 to 3 hits from death, let's say. Because I think I took 40 for damage, so if I can't heal that up really quickly. Now, I think I would have been fine. I'm not going to sell a weapon for it. Maybe I should have, actually, because I wasn't going to kill the boss in the first place. But I think if I had double, so if I had the potion, I think I would have been fine, but... So, obviously, you really want the potion, but sometimes you just can't get it. And I don't think the damage downs I took, or damage downs, armors down I took really made a big difference. I probably didn't need to go for crit, but another way of healing with tentacle, and I never found, if I got adrenaline, that would have super helped me heal back up. But, either way, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoy. I will see you all back, hopefully, in the next one. Let me know what you want to do, what you want to see. I can try and, like, figure out, get a specific item with a specific character. Clue, twin documents from twin minds. No clue what that means, but I can try to think about getting this character. I'll have to just figure out, like, what I'm supposed to do. But thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.